Hi, it's Allison from East Cobb Tutoring Center. We're going to use synthetic division to determine if this thing right here is a factor of our polynomial. And if it is, then we'll also be finding a root. We would be finding that -1 is a root. So to set up synthetic division, I'm going to write all of my coefficients in order of degree, in descending order, so 3, -1, and -4. And then I'm going to make a little house over here. I'll save that for later. I'm going to draw a long line. The number that goes in the house is the opposite of what you see here. So if you see +1 in the house, you put -1. The reason why is because what we're really doing is testing to see if x plus 1 equals 0, or if x equals -1 will be a solution to our problem, or will it be a root to the equation. So the first step is always to bring the first number down. So I'm going to bring down my 3. And then I alternate multiplying and adding. So -1 times 3 is -3, and I write it here. Now I add. Now I multiply the -4 with the -1 over here. Multiply it again. And that gives me +4. Then I add. The 0 at the end is the remainder. And when the remainder is 0, you've found a root. So what we have here is proof that -1 is a root and x plus 1 is a factor. Some teachers want to see you write this stuff that's down here out, and what that really is another factor of the polynomial. It's 3x minus 4. To figure out the variables that go with it, you just go 1 degree less than what you started with. So if you started with squared, then over here it would be to the first power. All right, let's take a look at another example. So in this example, you'll notice that there's no squared term. So when we set up synthetic division with all of our coefficients, we need to put a 0 in to hold the place for the squared term. Here's my little house. In the house, I'm going to put 3, which is the opposite of the number I see in that factor over there. Bring down the first number, multiply, add, multiply, again with this 3, we're multiplying, add, multiply, add, draw a box around the last one, that's the remainder. So all we need to do now is write out our final answer of the division problem. And I want to point out this shows that 3 is not a root and x minus 3 is not a factor. We started with something cubed, so that means our first value is going to be squared. And then we just go in order, x squared plus 3x plus 0. And then I have this remainder. It's 1 divided by the factor that we started with. And there we go.